Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. The Bunyip is a creature of Australian Aboriginal legend. First reported in the early 19th century, it's a mystical water spirit that seems to take a number of forms, with a terrifying cry, often preying on humans. Frankly, it's unlikely that this creature exists now, if it ever did exist. But what if the legends were true? Let's explore. If you'd like to hear more wacky hypotheticals, check out our Biggest What Ifs playlist on the channel. But for now, get ready, it's time to ask the question, what if the Bunyip was real? Now, the thing with the Bunyip is that descriptions of the thing vary widely, with sightings being reported all over Australia. Most alleged sightings have been in the water, leading to the belief that it is a water spirit, but it has allegedly been seen on land as well. Some sightings claimed it to look like a seal or a swimming dog, others believed it to have a very long neck with a small head, and still others claimed that it looked like a giant starfish. Sometimes it has feathers, sometimes it has tusks, sometimes it has one giant eye. It's unclear whether this is due to tricks of the eye or some sort of shape-shifting ability, or most likely, it was just a bunch of different animals that people mistook as supernatural. In case you were curious, it's believed that what people tended to believe were bunyips were actually seals. They weren't commonly found in the area, but they have been known to end up there from time to time. Descriptions of its terrible voice, which creates terror, seem in line with this idea, because if you didn't know what a seal was, it would sound freaking terrifying. It's also possible that it was a Diprotodon, a giant marsupial from 50,000 years ago, which fits the description of the beast really well. But as I said, this is a hypothetical, so I'll stop with the boring science and get back into mythology mode. If this really was a mystical creature, it would seemingly have the ability to shapeshift. This would explain why sightings varied so much, and would also explain why there hasn't been one captured in recent memory. If it was close to being captured, it could just shapeshift and get away. But that isn't the only power the Bunyip is believed to have. It's believed that the roars it makes are not just loud, but supernaturally powerful, causing unholy fear in those who hear it. Also, some believe it can hypnotize people, with one story claiming that it had kept a woman as a slave for a number of weeks before a thunderstorm snapped her out of hypnosis. But not all believers claim the Bunyip is evil. While there are stories of the Bunyip hugging people to death, which sounds oddly pleasant, others believe that the creature is actually benevolent and wants to help us rather than kill us. Who knows, maybe those hugs were really meant to be hugs. He just doesn't know his own strength. Okay, great, so now we know what this thing is and what it can do, but how would its existence change the world? Well, most of the effects would understandably be felt in Australia. If the Bunyip did exist, we'd probably start getting footage of the thing, seeing as everybody has a camera on them at all times nowadays. Once a video of this freaky creature was posted to Reddit, it would make waves. Get it? Waves? Because it's a water spirit? God, I loathe myself. This would change Australia overnight. Sudden knowledge of a mystical, shape-shifting water creature would become the biggest news item for weeks. Of course, at first, this would understandably be thought to be a hoax. But when more and more people saw it, even skeptics like myself would eventually have to admit that the thing was real. Of course, the exact way in which it would change Australia would depend on its temperament. If it was found to be malevolent, attacking unaware humans, some might call for it to be killed, or at least put in captivity. However, let's be real, most things in Australia can kill humans, so this wouldn't be particularly noteworthy. Plus, it would be damn difficult to find, let alone capture, a mystical, hypnotizing, shape-shifting water spirit. On the other hand, if it was found to be the benevolent protector of humanity that some believe it to be, there's a good chance that any efforts to kill or capture it would be met with intense public upheaval, so it would probably be left to its own devices in that case. It's possible that it would even come out of hiding if it realized we weren't going to harm it, and we could form some sort of relationship with the thing. However, this wouldn't only affect Australians. Just as the Loch Ness Monster has been a boon to Scottish tourism, so too would the Bunyip draw tourists to Australia, especially if there was proof it existed. All the people chasing after Bigfoot and Chupacabra and whatnot would suddenly have a legitimate magical creature to search for, and even those who weren't particularly interested in such things would definitely love a chance to see it. And now we return to our question, what if the Bunyip was real? Well, if it attacked people, Australia would be a bit freakier, but hey, in Australia, death at the hands of wildlife isn't exactly unheard of anyway. We might kill or capture the thing, but that would be easier said than done, given its supernatural abilities. If it was benevolent, then we might form some sort of relationship with it, offering food and safety in exchange for that sweet, sweet tourist money. Australia would become an even more popular tourist spot, with people from all over the world traveling there in hopes of catching sight of the legendary Bunyip. And I don't know about you, but I'd be there in a heartbeat. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative, and maybe inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe and all that jazz down below. While you're down there, let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Now before I go, here are some of my favorite comments from my last video entitled, What If Cthulhu Was Real? There were some pretty funny comments about my weird, stupid voice. Ackland Augustine said, Ron sounds like that one chill, overpowered character in anime. I'll take that. And hey, if there are any casting agents out there, please hit me up. Mystical Spoon said, You sound like you have guests over and are trying to be quiet. I kinda get that, but I don't know why. It's just how my voice sounds. As with most of my recent videos, I was very much alone and very much in my underwear because I only wear pants when I go outside. Please tell me I'm not the only one. That's it from me, guys, so until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.